Hello, this is William Hernandez with CommanderCast.com. We're here with our first game for the Alpha build. We are going to go ahead and keep this hand. It's got a Mana Vault. We got the Avacyn manipulator. It's got a very nasty Armageddon. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this. And today we're up against Malsha Wanderer, my guy. This guy is one of the if not the most powerful commander in the game. You've also got Numot the Devastator. See if I can get this just a little bigger. One of the things I noticed in the video is that it doesn't really matter if the preview pan is that big, since I don't know what you guys can see per se. And we have a new one, Eiley Eternal Pilgrim, so I'm very interested to see what she does. Let's go ahead and get started. We got Circle of Protection Red. That's actually pretty relevant. So it's going to keep Numot and Malsham off of us. Let's just go ahead, play the planes. Let's see. Mana Vault's going to make 3 mana on our turn. What would we want to do with that? I don't think there really is. We could go ahead and play Rod of Ruin next turn. I mean, that seems like tech. I think I'd rather hold off for the Mana Vault. So we'll just go ahead. F6 there. Whoops. Oh, F6. Yes, I am aware that my mana will disappear. So go ahead, pass that turn. I think there were reports that F8 wasn't working quite like it was supposed to, but that's Moto for you. So let's see. Going to go ahead into our next turn. We can go ahead and we can play Mana Vault. I'd rather be able to pay the 4 to untap it immediately, though. Usually Mana Vault's great for getting way ahead of everyone else. Let's see. What's going on over the chat? Let's see. Nope, we're just going to F6 through this person's turn, too. Let's see. Numot is saying that player of the... Numot's complaining about the Shuffler. And... just give flyers all on it. So don't feel too... Well, Numot's claiming he's new. So don't feel too threatened, he says. I don't know about you guys, but... Well... The excuse that, you know, I'm playing Numot for the colors just doesn't fly now, not with all the new commanders. They're actually very easy to get a hold of. So we're going to go ahead and drop our planes. There's no one on board, so we don't really need to drop the Brass Man just yet. We could actually go ahead and, let's see, I don't want to drop the Mana Vault because I want to be able to pay the 4 to untap it. The Mana Vault is actually going to be good for, you know, ramping us out. Doesn't help us get Avacyn out that much sooner, particularly since Avacyn requires 3 cost. I could go for the Mana Vault and Armageddon win, but that's not something I want to do. If the Malsha Wanderer deck starts ramping out of control, though, that I will do that. For now, let's go ahead and just throw out Circle Protection Red and have that up. And then it also gives us the luxury of F6ing through everyone else's turn again. Whew. Let's see. Just like my... Okay, so he says he likes his dragon more than Narset. And that's fine. Like, I actually understand that. If you like having a 6/6 beater, that's definitely a lot more beefy than what Narset is. Also, it's a dragon. You don't really have any other cards like Numot. The land thing, though, is a problem. So we're going to see, actually, with the Island of Wok Wok, we could actually just turn Numot down to 0. That's actually really funny. I really want to see if we can get the Island of Wok Wok just so that we can make sure we can do that. So what's going on in the chat? I've upgraded to about 15 cards now instead of like 10. So, okay, so he probably just got the precon and changed up like 10 cards. Let's see, Malsha Wanderer is playing a Terramorphic Expanse, goes into an island, so he has, you know, blue-red or blue-green, whichever his fancy is. Eiley has both of her colors. She's going to come out right away. Oh no, it's a Blood Artist. So, we can actually shoot the Blood Artist with Rod of Ruin. That's interesting. I want to see. Let's see. What else can we get out there? Because remember, I don't necessarily want to put out the mana vault until I have the until I know I have the 4 to untap it. Because that's just kind of wasted mana. Like it's not the one life that I'm worried about. It's the I want to make sure that I can keep that mana going. It's great for a good fast investment, but I want to make sure I have something I can do with that 3 mana. You know. All right, so we're gonna go ahead untap. We've managed to hit our land drop again, which is good. Let's see. I don't have the 4th mana for Mana Vault yet. We have 3, and that is a Blood Artist. Blood Artist isn't going to do anything, though. So, look at the Ebony Horse. Honestly, probably just want to throw something out. Actually, we don't even have to use the Mana Vault yet. Yeah, we can actually just play it to accelerate into next turn, because we can go ahead and get our land to untap Mana Vault. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But first, we're gonna go ahead and drop the Brass Squire. I don't want to. I don't want to put Mana Vault out there in case it gets like naturalized or something. At the same time, though, we would have the 3 mana to use Rod of Ruin. And okay, you know what? I'm talking myself into it. That's actually fine. So go ahead and spend that colorless mana. Rod of Ruin, and we'll pass. Alright, so this is the first game where we're really going to see Rod of Ruin. Tapped out, use our mana efficiently. Mana Vault's going to deal us damage, but if we don't hit a land drop, we can still have the 3 mana open to use Rod of Ruin. Whew, okay, Mountain Wanderer's throwing out the Cultivate. So, let's see. He's got islands, so he's going to want to grab another forest and a mountain. Let's check it out. So he puts a mountain in play. What do you reveal? He also happened to get another mountain? Alright. Go ahead, pass through his turn. Apparently I'm not F6ing through this correctly. But we do have an early guy out. So we're gonna get to see what Brassman does. We've got Rod of Ruin. Chance to see some cards that we haven't seen yet. And really that's gonna be one of the things about just just not swapping out every single card that happens to be bad. You know, we gotta give every card its fair shake. Thunderbreak Regent. Okay, so is he playing Jeskai Dragons? Let's see. Whenever a dragon creature you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, Thunderbreak Regent deals 3 damage to that player. So I could tap it down with Icy Manipulator, but that would bolt me. But the Circle Protection red is actually just better at that. Alright, so right now we're waiting on Eiley to see if she wants to do something. Wait, did Eiley miss her land drop, or did we just... It's a bird. Okay, it's a bird, it's a plane. It's Brassman! Okay, so now it's my turn. We're not gonna pay for... No, we're not going to pay for Brassman. And, yeah, untap to pay for... Yeah, we're not going to be able to untap the Mana Vault this turn. Yes, I can totally use my Rod of Ruin and then use my circle to protect myself from the bolt. No, we're not going to be able to pay the 4 mana. Alright, so we did get our planes. That's very good for us. Oh, wait, no. Beginning of your draw step, it's tapped, deal 1 damage to you. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, so drop the planes. We can untap the Mana Vault next turn. We have mana to keep up the Rod of Ruins. And... Oh, that's rough. Eiley just scoops. So, then there were 3. Let's go ahead and just pass the turn. We don't need to be doing nothing here. Now with just the 3 of us, how do I want to do this? Because I could say that as soon as he gets close to playing Master Wander, I could play Armageddon and just completely throw everyone else back. I've got a Mana Vault, so I'll be okay in terms of catching back up. In fact, let's see, how much mana would I need to do that? I would need 4 white and 5 colorless. So I can make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's got a 3 in Dynamo, so he's actually okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, he's already got it. Okay, that's pretty relevant. Well, fortunately, we do have the Ice Manipulator. So... Oh, wait, that's right! We have Rod of Ruin. Godsend, okay. That's fine by me. We still have our Circle of Protection red. We do need to make sure that we are pinning... Let's see. Yes. Okay, so he is going after Maelstrom Wanderer. That's fine. Numot, setting the beats. Yeah, that's fine. End step. We are going to head get rid of the Summerworld Sage. Okay. Just click them up once at a time. Okay, so Summerworld Sage is gone. And I don't think there's anything else I would want to do. So now we have to think about what we're going to do here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we're paying 4 for the Mana Vault, then that gives us 3 colors to work with. We need to top deck into a land either way. This is a damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario. I think what we need to do is we need to pray for that land drop. See, because if we don't, then we can't use Icy Manipulator. And casting the Armageddon isn't really going to do anything because that just means that the Thunderbreak region just gets out of control. And I kind of need the Master Wander to do a little something, so we're not going to be able to use the Mana Vault. Yeah, we're not going to pay 1 for Brassman. He's already untapped. We do get the land, though. So that's good. We can go ahead, play our land. We can also go ahead and play Icy Manipulator 2, 3, 4. And I need to make sure I have it set so that it stops during his upkeep. So I'll go ahead and stop here because I can never remember. Okay. So if I did this right, it should stop during his upkeep. And we'll go ahead. We're going to pass. And it's on his upkeep now. So we're going to go ahead, use the ice. Let's see. Opponent, look, QWERTY disconnect. Okay, that was the Eiley. So we're going to use it to tap down his Thran Dynamo. And that'll keep him off Maelstrom Wanderer this turn. In theory. And okay, we are good. Let's see. Ramjets. Okay, so now are we able to turn 5? We're on new mode already. Okay. So I tapped down his Thran Dynamo, he just passed. Passed or misclicked, I want to say. Either's fine by me really. We just need to keep him off of Maelstrom Wanderer. Let's see what attack. Huh. So yeah, that happened. Moto bugs or something. Okay. Still, Icy Manipulator very timely right now. Tap artifact, creature, or land. Wow. That just, it came at the right moment. Plus, now we'll be free to untap the Mana Vault. We can use, let's see, Icy Manipulator. Oh, what's he doing? What's he doing? 1, 2, 3. Citadel Siege. On what mode is he picking Citadel Siege on? Let's see, he chose Dragon, so at the beginning of combat in each player's turn, tap target creature that player controls. So, okay. Let's go ahead and... Let's see, do I hold a land so I can play it after the Mana Vault is done, though? Because I can't play Armageddon until I have a win condition on the board. We could play Avacyn, but that just doesn't sit well with me. We are going to untap the Mana Vault, though. I'd be a little more worried about running out my clock if it wasn't like 60 minutes or something. What's going on with my preview window? No, we're not going to pay the one to untap the Brass Man. But we are going to pay 4, 2, 3, 4 to untap Mana Vault. We get Circle Protection Black, which is in fact a dead card here. So I don't feel bad about that. And we still have our Icy Manipulator to do stuff. We have to go to combat. He has to use the Citadel Siege. Yeah, that's fine. He wasn't doing much of anything anyway. So we are still going to tap down Thran Dynamo. And we're going to F6 it. So he is going to just take his turn now. I guess he just got... I guess they Moto must have glitched or something. That Icy Manipulator thought it was a Time Walk, I guess. Or a Drowse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Still 2 away from the Maelstrom Wanderer. From just hard casting the Maelstrom Wanderer without the Thran Dynamo. Part of the problem is that Thunderbreak Regent. Let's see if I can get Avacyn out and still hold down. Let's see. Clever Impersonator is going to be something. What's a Clever Impersonator? Oh, it's going to be a Winter Orb. I see. Okay, so he's going to tap down my... So he can tap down my Winter Orb to keep me from tapping down his Thran Dynamo during his upkeep. That's cute. Okay, then. So... Hopefully he just keeps punching... Hopefully Newmont just keeps punching Maelstrom Wanderer in the face. Well, there's the godsend. So we have a Super Dragon And I do not have my circle protection up. All I have is the hope that Newmont will decide that Maelstrom Wanderer is still, in fact, the bigger threat. Fortunately, though, the Citadel Siege will tap down, just the biggest thing that Maelstrom Wanderer tries to throw out there. Ooh, oh, no! No, don't hit, don't, nope. Yep, that's right, you don't want to hit me. There we go, you want to hit Maelstrom Wanderer. Okay, Maelstrom Wanderer, take it down to 25. Okay, so we are going to, we're not, let's see, do we want to pay the one? I think we actually do want to, sadly enough. So what's he going to do? He's going to tap down my Icy Manipulator. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to tap down his last land, so yeah. So we're gonna go ahead, pay the one. Then we are not going to pay 4 to untap our untapped mana vault. Let's see. So we don't have the mana to use. Well, no, it's not that we don't have mana. It's that we just... Let's see. It's the Jade Statue. The Jade Statue's here. We could pay 2 to turn into a 3/6 golem, which... Actually, yeah, that's part of what's good about the Mana Vault, is that we can actually tap it, play the Jade Statue, and still keep mana open to do stuff. So... I don't see any problem with doing that now. So we have the Jade Statue. We can go ahead and pay 2 so it becomes a 3/6. And that's going to block whatever the Maelstrom Wanderer puts down, because he's probably going to tap down the Maelstrom Wanderer with the Citadel Siege. Newmont is. We'll go ahead. We'll pass. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's actually just a waste of mana, because I completely forgot that Citadel Siege was going to tap it down anyway. Blast from the past. Let's see. Well, we can't do nothing about him not doing nothing. Well, all Alpha and Arabian Nights cards. Yes. Right now we are very 90s. Don't... Let's see. It's even got David Hasselhoff. So congratulations, people, for being the first people I've played with to actually comment on the fact that I'm playing with some really, really old cards here. Oh my god, Newmont just asked who David Hasselhoff was. Oh my god. Okay. You could say that. So, who's David Hasselhoff? Some legend? Could say that. So, I've got nothing to do against double cascade triggers. Discord Elemental enters the battlefield. Target opponent chooses a permanent he or she controls at random, sacrifices. If a non-land permanent is sacrificed this way, repeat the process! Oh boy. Yep. Oh, you got one of my lands. The effect is over. Part the water. Okay. He's playing that deck. Far be it from me to judge how other people want to play Magic, but just the extra turns from Maelstrom Wanderer just... Ugh. I mean, the good news is that Citadel Siege is going to tap something down every turn, and I've got my Circle Protection red. So, neither of those guys are touching me. Take an extra turn. And rightfully so, they will be, in fact, be punching. And see, this is part of why I did keep the circles. And you know, they're dead cards when no one's playing that color. But when someone is playing that color, they can actually just be gold. So circle protections are actually making themselves a very nice case today. Okay, so where are we? We are at his second main phase. And Icy Manipulator is going to tap down the Jade statue. Well, he might as well tap something and get rid of it. All right, so now we're up his next turn. He's got 5 cards in hand. I am powerless to do anything right now, except sandbag a land and play Armageddon, which is a really scummy thing to do. Because, but this is why I want to take Armageddon out. It makes me think about just doing it too much, and you know, it's so hard to play correctly, especially for a deck that doesn't have win conditions yet. Conditions are just so few and far in between. 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 3 planes so far. We would have enough with the Mana Vault. There's Nylea. He doesn't have enough devotion for her yet, though. Nylea, of course, is one of the gods from Theros. She becomes a real creature, so to speak, if you have 5 or more devotion. Right now his devotion, the green, is at 2, which is that little green pip at the top of with their cost. She has other creatures you control have trample. If you pay 3 in the green, target creature you control get... Actually, no, it's just target creature gets +2/+2 in that turn. So, Citadel Siege is going to tap down another one of those. Circle Protection Red is going to stop, you know, the one that he doesn't tap down. And it's kind of a crapshoot between that and if he plays any other creatures. So, of course, making the right move, tapping down Master Wanderer to make sure that, you know, he doesn't just die from commander damage, and making them actually go through, you know, real combats. And of course, Numot is under the gun again, thanks to the power of my circle protection. Uh-oh, this isn't good. He's tapping something in the middle of combat, so... Okay, he's using Nylea to pump it up. Turns him into a 9/9. Well, that hurt. As my friend would say, that's a big tickle. So, let's see, unless I can get another creature out. So he's using Icy Manipulator to get the Thunderbreak Regent. And that's actually fine, because it means that he can't use it on my Icy Manipulator. Which means I can actually just tap down one of his creatures, although it does keep them beating at each other. Let's see, Numot could very well be dead. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each other creature opponent. Ooh, so what's God's... Okay, the Godsend is not sort of Cauldra. Wipes out my Brass Man, but that actually works fine. So he's going to go to his end step. Is there anything I want to go ahead and paint? I can actually paint a player. Do I want to do that? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do it. There's no reason not to. Alright. 1 to the face! 1 to the face! Alright. So we're going to untap. Mana Vault. Mana Vault, Mana Vault, Mana Vault. We could play Armageddon, but that puts us in danger of just giving Numot the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He doesn't have enough to recast Master Wanderer if we tap down the Threatened Dynamo. And again, we're in the same situation where we need to draw a land to make it work. So I am not going to go ahead and pay the 4. Hedge my bet. We get another land, though. So that is A-okay in my book. It means that we have 4-ish mana to spare, which means the Jade Statue is fine. Do I want to play some Ebony Horse? I do not want to play some Ebony Horse. Yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and pass my turn. We are on his upkeep, though, and we are going to snipe that the hell out. Whew. Alright, then. So, Wonder Orb. Wow. Whew. Wonder Orb earning its keep here. The good news is this is one of those games that feels like a real game, and I'm very happy with that. One of the concerns going into this is just the time it takes to play some of these games. Timer wise, I've used 15 minutes because I had to think through what I'm doing. It's not that much of a leap to. It's not that different to talk about it versus what's he getting with the turn? Targeting Tyrant of Discord. Oh my god. Does he have enough for it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? No, he doesn't have enough for it this turn unless he plays a land. Or unless he misses land drop. Did he miss his land drop? Please tell me he misses land drop. He didn't miss his land drop. Nope. Okay, Gruul Warchant. Okay, that's fine. Attacking creatures you control get 1/0 and have menace. And that is A-okay with me. Whew. The Eternal Witness does get by my Circle Protection Red, though. Instep, cast instance that activates. Nope, it's fine. We're going to go over to Numod's turn. Numod still has a scary 7/7 dragon. That actually kills him in 2 hits if I manage to do something about that. But he left his Icy Manipulator up. Of course, I'm also just eating time with how many things I'm trying to keep open. I am a very multitasking mage right now. We got to keep up Rotterune. We got to keep up, Icy Manipulator, Jade Statue. Let's see then. So we could pay 3. Well, we could actually just hardcast Avacyn. But I don't really see any reason to do that yet. We're going to need the Mana Vault to help power Burning Anger? Burning Anger, the enchantment that says tap this creature, deal damage to its power equal to a target creature or player. Okay, so now he can go ahead and... that's interesting. So clearly he's holding on to the Icy Manipulator to tap down my Icy Manipulator. Otherwise he would have used it to tap the dragon. Because that dragon actually just kills him now. Alright, so he's giving a dragon some cute boots, some awesome kicks. Whew. He's going to crap Thunder and... let's see, what was it? Move like... okay, so he's ending his turn. He's actually going to try and... see. You know what? I'm honestly just doing it based on principle at this point. Like, there's no reason for me not to kill the Eternal Witness. That's one less attacker. So we have Mana Vault. Do we pay the 4 to do it? I believe we do, because we can still use our Icy Manipulator to tap something down if he doesn't tap ours down. And we kind of need to make sure we have the mana to try and cast Avacyn. Avacyn. This is one of the awkward things about Mana Vaults. I'm essentially moving time forward, and Avacyn. Nice shot. Thank you. Nice shot, Red 2. So, we are still going to have the mana open to, stop the Maelstrom Wanderer. He does still have his Citadel Siege. So, let's go ahead and pay for it. Because Maelstrom Wanderer could just be dead next turn. 2, 3, 4. We get Holy Strength. That's going to help Avacyn out. But it doesn't really do much for our situation, so we're in a pass turn scenario. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. If he hits one more land drop, he's going to cast the Maelstrom Wanderer regardless, so it's actually not worth it to try an Icy Manipulator in response. We can see if he wants to do it, though. Actually, he could actually try and Time Walk us if he goes for a Mana Vault. Nope, but he's going for Icy Manipulator, and I am okay with that. It also keeps the dragon off of us. Because Circle Protection doesn't target. Whew. So, this has been a big game of trying to keep him off the Maelstrom Wanderer. How much does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. I would just go for the Maelstrom Wanderer, to be honest. Like, you're not going to get anything that gives you more value than your commander in this scenario. And you have a virtually empty board. Not only that, but you have to catch up a lot. The Thunderstruck region is just going to kill you. So he does go with the Maelstrom Wanderer. Double Cascade trigger. So he's going to get his first free spell. Form of a... Come on, Space Crab. Oh, bribery. Okay, so he's going to take a bribery. He's just going to snatch one of Numat's creatures straight from his deck. The thing is, though, that if Maelstrom Wanderer dies from this, then that creature just goes poof. With how the rules work. So, oh man, I hadn't even noticed. Numat's got 0 sources of blue right now. He's only got 1 card in hand, but still. Okay, so he ends up getting Purity, which is a 6/6 flyer that now is trapped because of Nightly. If non-combat damage would be dealt to you, prevent that damage. You gain life equal to the damage prevented this way. Thunderstruck Regent should have tapped in response to that. When Purity is put into the graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library. So he does get the Kodamas Reach, which will help recast Maelstrom Wanderer. That's one of the things that made us say that Maelstrom Wanderer just is the most powerful commander. Citadel Siege. It'll probably be to tap down the Purity so that the Thunderstruck region can actually get in there. Let's see. Okay, no, he's tapping down the Maelstrom Wanderer, which is fine because if the Purity attacks, then that leaves him wide open to the Thunderstruck region getting in there for actual damage. Like, logically, the only one he would be attacking would be me. But he's not going to attack. I mean, he could attack him because he actually does have Menace. So, yep, it is going to be at me. There's nothing I can do about it, so I'm going to let that go. Jade Statue doesn't fly after all. And I think that's the first real time I've taken damage outside of the, Chandra's Ignition. Okay, so he's using Thunderbreak Regent to get rid of Maelstrom Wanderer, is what's going on here. So Maelstrom Wanderer is going to get some more value just by recasting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. He's cast Maelstrom Wanderer twice. So at this point, I don't know if it's worth it to tap it down. We may just have to get the Maelstrom Wanderer. Outpost Siege. Okay. Ooh, that's the other thing, though. Thunderstruck region can actually just shoot down Avacyn. And there's nothing we can really do about it. So if he wants to attack into it, he should be attacking into the Maelstrom Wanderer. And who is he attacking? He's attacking the Maelstrom Wanderer. There we go. And Purity disappeared underneath the Winter Orb for some reason. We're not going to mana vault. So it's... Okay, so now it's my turn. We're not going to pay the 4. This is interesting. This is very, very interesting because if we do this, that cuts him off of red and just says no. So, it's almost as good as... It's almost as bad as Armageddon. And... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14. That would be enough to recast the Maelstrom Wanderer. But I don't know any other way. Because he's... Let's see. If he gets any other flyers out, then... I think I hold on to the conversion for one more turn. I could keep him out of Maelstrom Wanderer, but if I leave everything up, that actually protects me for a turn. It encourages Numot here to try and finish off Maelstrom Wanderer and hopefully draw into something, and then I can lock him out with conversion without destroying my own resources. But it still begs the question, how do I actually deal with this? We're just going to be in a stalemate back and forth. So... This is very tedious at best. 20 blue lands, get 0. I feel I empathize with your pain, buddy. The problem is that I don't know how. Let's see. Just let them know that I'm thinking about my options here. I think what I want to do is hold off for one turn. If I hold off for one turn, Maelstrom Wanderer would do some crazy stuff and potentially go off. But I need Numot to kill Maelstrom Wanderer. So we're going to go ahead and pass turn. And hopefully this doesn't come back to bite us in the ass. So Maelstrom Wanderer will get to play Magic for one more turn. Icy Manipulator gets tapped down. That's fine. Let's just hope we don't regret this decision. Nothing during the upkeep because the Icy Manipulator is getting tapped down. We have 8 potential mana to us. Just... The Thunderstruck region makes things a little difficult. See. Okay, so Maelstrom Wanderer, back out. He has enough to cast it again. Phyrexian Ingester enters the battlefield, exile target non-token creature, and that is fine. I don't have any creatures that he can ingest. The only thing that he could ingest is Purity, and he doesn't want to get rid of Purity because otherwise the Thunderbreak region just kills him. A source you trust will deal damage to you this turn. Oh, he is going to eat the purity. That's interesting. Let's see. So, Surak, Bear Puncher. Now his stuff can't be countered. Okay, but he's not doing it. Okay, he just chooses that as a target, and you may exile target. Okay, so he had to target this, but he can elect not to actually consume it. So how much damage he has? 13, 19, 22. That's not lethal enough. Plus, there's the Citadel Siege. Probably tap down the Purity. Okay, he does tap down the Purity. Let's see. Both of these are going to come over at Newmont. They're not going to be able to block the dragon anyway. And, oh! I completely forgot about the Gruul War Chant. Without the enchantment, he actually just dies. Wow. I actually just completely forgot about that. So he's at 5 now. Whew. So now, Rod of Ruin becomes our win condition, interestingly enough. We just need Thunderstruck Regent to kill Malsham Wander for us. And we can get through this. Let's see, what do we... Let's see, right now it is... Malsham Wanderer's second main phase. And we still have the Jade statue out. I actually completely forgot that we had him out. So at the beginning, let's see, only during combat. Which means that when we go to the beginning of combat, we can actually... Team player there, Rod. Still waiting on Malsham Wanderer. So what's going on there? What is Malsham Wanderer trying to decide here? Because see, I wonder if Jade Statue actually just gets around Citadel Siege. Because with the Jade Statue, you can only activate... Let's see, you can only activate this ability during combat. So you go into combat... So you would say, beginning of combat, before attackers declare, tap down such and such. Yeah, that would be when you... See, because that would be when the trigger would go off, but there is no target, so it goes away. Priority goes back to me. I can activate Jade Statue, because there's no target, so this ability just never goes on the stack. By the time I have priority to activate Jade Statue, we can't go back in time. So... Deep in thought he must be. Rod 2. Okay, so I'm going to make a mental note to go ahead and cut out all this wait time. If he's stalling out the game deliberately, then I don't know what to tell you. If he's stalling out the game deliberately because he's feeling salty and he's about to die, then he really shouldn't be. Like, that's just one of the rudest things you can do, especially in a multiplayer format where we're trying to have fun. Granted, we've been kind of teaming up on him, but the Maelstrom Wanderer is so powerful that you actually just have to do that if you want to stay relevant. I've been doing just my bare minimum of trying to keep in, but it is what it is. Oh boy, so, yep. Let's go ahead and see if we can do some editing magic here. There we go. Wait, what? That was interesting. Alright, so apparently what happened was he thought he had clicked concede, but it didn't work out quite that way. Yeah. So we didn't actually get a chance to finish that game because apparently I somehow scooped two. I don't understand what exactly happened there. Still, for the most part, that was a good game. We did have the Circle Protection Red that just kind of shut down Thunderbreak Regent. We were going to, unless he top deck into something, conversion was going to come down. And we did just have the 5-turn clock with Rod of Ruins. So I'll call it a wash. We probably would have won given Numat's situation, but I guess that's one of the hazards of playing on Moto, I guess. So that was it for game one. Let's head into the next one.